The Story of Rosy Dock, written and illustrated by Jeannie Baker. People say it's the oldest river in the world. The Finke River begins in the centre of Australia, surrounded by desert and the worn-down bones of prehistoric mountains. For thousands of years, almost nothing here changed. Then over 100 years ago, newcomers from Europe settled by the river. With them they brought their animals, horses, camels, cats, foxes and rabbits. Some years later another settler arrived. She brought seeds from the other side of the world and planted a garden. One plant she especially loved for its beautiful red seed pods. The land here is hot and dry. Water is precious. The wind blows strong at times, and great spiralling willy-willies storm across the desert, whipping up things in their path. Hardly any rain falls for years on end. But hidden in the mountains are ancient oases, desert creatures and water here even in the driest of times. The river is mostly a river of sand. One day it was unnaturally dark, and there was an uneasy silence. Suddenly the sky cracked open. Rain poured in torrents from the clouds, and soon the river was roaring with water. Rain kept pounding down, and the river became a raging flood. The flooding river swept on, swirling, spiralling, surging on and on. To the great sand dune desert where it spread out wide like a sea. The water crept slowly across the desert until eventually it disappeared into the sand. And then the desert suddenly blossomed. Birds and animals appeared. The air became alive with insects, and perfumed flowers grew everywhere. What can you see? The harsh, searing sun soon evaporated the water. Winds sucked away the last traces of moisture, leaving only a mirage and a sea of rolling sand. The pattern continues, with many more cycles of rain and drought. Dust storms scatter seeds and bury them in the desert sands. And now, when the rains have watered the desert, Rosy Dock, the plant with the beautiful red seed pods, is spreading like a great red blanket, further than the eye can see. Rosy Dock is not native to Australia. It was introduced from North Africa or West Asia. Since then, seeds have blown their way across South, Central and Western Australia, where Rosy Dock continues to spread. Throughout the world, often with the best intentions, people introduce plants and animals into a new environment with enormous unforeseen consequences. Without their normal predators, some non-native plants and animals multiply so quickly they change whole landscapes and push many native plants and animals to extinction. Rosy Dock.